The Khu. The Khu is a mysterious ancient alien species from the sci-fi setting of All Tomorrows by C.M. Kozeman. These guys are the ultimate intergalactic jerks. Instead of just conquering planets like normal evil aliens, they took one look at humanity and thought, what if we made these guys really weird? So instead of just wiping us out, the Khu decided to play space god and genetically modify humans into all kinds of bizarre, horrifying, and often humiliating forms. Imagine waking up one day and realizing your entire species has been turned into blobs, worms, or literal furniture. That's what the Khu did, except it wasn't just a one-time prank, it was a whole artistic obsession. They were like intergalactic bioengineers with the mindset of a 5-year-old who just discovered Play-Doh. And then there were the literal human carpets. Some poor souls were transformed into organic rugs, existing only to be walked on by their alien overlords. Just imagine the existential crisis of being stepped on daily while knowing you were once capable of calculus. Why did the Khu do all this? Science? Power? Deep philosophical experimentation? Nope, they were just really into messing with things for fun. And then, like all bad house guests, they got bored and left, leaving behind a planet full of nightmarish evolutionary dead ends.
Saiyan. Saiyans are a warrior race of humanoid extraterrestrials from the Dragon Ball universe. They originated on planet Sadala but later migrated to planet Plant, renamed Planet Vegeta after their genocide of the Tuffle race, demonstrating an aggressive, conquest-driven culture. Physically similar to humans, though more muscular and with unique monkey-like tails, they have natural fighting instincts, intense appetites, and age more slowly than humans. Their tails enable transformation into great apes under a full moon, massively multiplying their power, though the tail is a key weak point. Employed as elite soldiers by the Galactic Frieza Army, Saiyans conquered planets until Frieza, fearing their increasing strength and prophecy of a legendary Super Saiyan, destroyed planet Vegeta, nearly exterminating their race. A handful survived: Prince Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, Kakarot or Goku, Broly, Paragus, and Tarbell, either off-planet, exiled, or spared. Saiyans possess unique traits. They grow stronger after surviving near-death battles, a phenomenon called Zenkai Boost. They also can transform into several powerful states: Great Ape, the legendary Super Saiyan and its enhanced forms, Super Saiyan 2, 3, 4, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct, and various hybrid or pseudo-states like Pseudo-Super Saiyan. Their culture revolves around pride, combat, and strength. While much of their society was militaristic and ruthless, some, like Universe 6 Saiyans, acted as protectors, later contrasted by Goku's pure-hearted nature, an anomaly due to him being sent to Earth as an infant. Saiyans are powerful, adaptable warriors whose legacy includes near-extinction, mythic transformations, and a complex identity shaped by conquest, survival, and eventual redemption.
Symbiote. Symbiotes, also known as Clintar, are a species of inorganic, amorphous extraterrestrials created by the dark god Null from a primordial living abyss. They bond with hosts to form powerful symbiotic unions. Though originally weapons of Null, many symbiotes rebelled, trapping him in a cosmic cage world called Clintar. Some evolved into peacekeepers known as the Agents of the Cosmos, while others embraced parasitic violence depending on their host. The symbiotes share a psychic hive mind formed by Null, linking every member across realities, serving as communication, an afterlife, and a conduit for the King in Black's will. Biologically, symbiotes are shapeshifters composed of living abyss that can form tendrils, shields, weapons, fangs, claws, even webbing. They amplify a host's strength, speed, senses, and healing, and record host memories in genetic codices to be stored in the hive mind. Venom is a notable symbiote, created by Null, later captured and bonded with Spider-Man, ultimately breaking free. It grants hosts retractable claws, jaws, tentacles, a prehensile tongue, and can form webbing. Carnage spawned asexually from Venom, bonded with serial killer Cletus Kasady, becoming an even more violent adversary. It produces its own offspring and can access codices from its victims. Other variants include Anti-Venom, a white symbiote derived from a fusion of Symbiote and Eddie Brock's white blood cells. Scream, a Life Foundation-spawned offspring with a female host. And undead zombiotes, which reanimate hosts and symbiotes as zombie-like beings. Symbiotes are a multifaceted alien race, shape-shifting, strength-amplifying parasites with psychic interconnectedness. Their morality depends largely on host influence. Some uphold noble causes, others descend into monstrous hunger and destruction.
Killer Clown. The Killer Clowns are extraterrestrial beings from the 1988 cult horror film Killer Clowns from Outer Space. These aliens resemble grotesque, clown-like humanoids with exaggerated features such as bulbous red noses, multicolored hair, oversized shoes, and grotesque face paint. Despite their comical appearance, they are deadly predators who invade Earth for the sole purpose of harvesting humans. The clowns use clown-themed weapons and gadgets to capture and kill people, such as cotton candy guns that encase victims in deadly cocoons, shadow puppets that become lethal creatures, and balloon animals used as hunting dogs. They are extremely intelligent and technologically advanced, able to mimic human behaviors and emotions to lure victims. The clowns operate from a spaceship disguised as a circus tent, which serves as their base of operations and also houses the tools used to process human bodies into food. They exhibit hive mind tendencies, operating in coordinated groups and showing loyalty to a massive leader known as Jojo the Clownzilla. While they appear clownish, their behavior is predatory and calculated, with a twisted sense of humor that turns innocent fun into grotesque violence. They are also incredibly resilient, though they can be killed by targeting their red clown noses, which explode when damaged. Their mix of slapstick comedy and horrific violence has earned them a place in cult horror history. The Killer Clowns are not just monsters in makeup, they represent a bizarre and terrifying alien threat disguised as comedy, using laughter and absurdity to mask their lethal intent.
Kryptonian. Kryptonians are a highly advanced humanoid alien species native to the planet Krypton in the DC universe. They are genetically identical to humans, but possess incredible powers when exposed to a yellow sun like Earth's. Under Krypton's red sun, Rao, they were just ordinary beings with no special abilities. However, once under a yellow sun, their physiology absorbs solar energy, granting them superhuman strength, speed, flight, heat vision, X-ray vision, freeze breath, and many more. Kryptonian society was once a powerful civilization known for its scientific achievements, rigid caste system, and emotionless, logic-driven culture. Superman, also known as Kal-El, is the most famous Kryptonian. He was born naturally to Jor-El in Lara, breaking Kryptonian tradition. His parents sent him to Earth to escape Krypton's destruction, caused by the planet's unstable core. Once on Earth, Kal-El developed superpowers and became Superman. Other notable Kryptonians include Supergirl, General Zod, and the villainous Urza and Faura. Kryptonians were not all benevolent. Many supported the strict and often harsh leadership of the Science Council, while some like Zod sought to impose Kryptonian rule across the galaxy. Despite their physical superiority under a yellow sun, Kryptonians are vulnerable to kryptonite, the radioactive remnants of their home planet, which weakens and can kill them. Over time, stories have depicted different versions of Krypton, but core elements remain. A once mighty civilization brought down by arrogance and environmental neglect. Kryptonian culture is marked by its reverence for science and order, often at the cost of personal freedom and emotion. Their legacy lives on through Superman and the few surviving Kryptonians scattered across the universe. Xenomorph. Xenomorphs are a highly aggressive and parasitic alien species featured in the Alien franchise, known for their terrifying life cycle and relentless hunting instincts. They were first introduced in the 1979 film Alien and have since become iconic extraterrestrial antagonists. Xenomorphs originate from the planet Xenomorph Prime and are typically used as bioweapons by another ancient race known as the Engineers. Their life cycle begins with an egg that hatches into a facehugger, which attaches to a host and implants an embryo. The embryo then grows into a chestburster, which violently erupts from the host's body and eventually matures into a full-grown xenomorph. Their biology allows them to adapt to the traits of their hosts, giving rise to various forms such as the dog alien, predalien, or neomorph. Xenomorphs possess extreme physical prowess, acidic blood, and stealth, making them nearly perfect killing machines. They lack compassion, operate on instinct, and often act as a hive under the control of a queen, who lays the eggs. Their design, created by H.R. Geiger, emphasizes biomechanical horror, with skeletal features, elongated heads, inner jaws, and a sleek, dark exoskeleton. The queen is much larger, more intelligent, and more protective, ensuring the survival of the hive. Their presence often leads to widespread destruction, as they cannot be reasoned with or controlled for long. In various appearances, they have fought not only humans but also other alien species like the predators, showing their adaptability and brutality in every encounter.
Viltrumite. Viltrumites are a powerful alien species from the Invincible comic series published by Image Comics. Originating from the planet Viltrum, they are a humanoid race with immense physical abilities, including super strength, speed, stamina, and flight. Despite appearing human, their physiology is far more advanced, allowing them to survive in space, withstand devastating impacts, and recover from severe injuries. Viltrumites possess incredibly dense muscle tissue, contributing to their immense strength and resilience. One of their dangerous traits is their aggressive nature and deep belief in survival of the fittest, which led them to purge their own weak and unfit population in a brutal civil war. Following this genocide, the Viltrumites sought to conquer the universe by spreading their empire through either force or covert integration. They would send agents to infiltrate and dominate planets by posing as protectors before initiating takeover. Viltrumites age slowly and have long lifespans, making them nearly immortal by human standards. They can breed with other species, and their genetics are highly dominant, often resulting in offspring with Viltrumite-level powers. Known for their authoritarian regime, they are led by a ruler known as the Grand Regent, with later leadership taken by figures like Thrag and eventually Mark Grayson or Invincible. Despite their brutal nature, some Viltrumites like Omni-Man and Mark Grayson or Invincible choose to defy their empire's doctrine and fight for a better cause. The Viltrumites represent a terrifying blend of biological superiority and imperial ambition, making them one of the most dangerous forces in the Invincible universe. Great Ones. The Great Ones in Bloodborne are godlike, cosmic entities that exist beyond human comprehension and originate from the stars or higher planes of existence. They are heavily inspired by Lovecraftian horror and are central to the game's lore, being associated with the themes of transcendence, evolution, and madness. Although alien in nature, many of the Great Ones seek surrogate children, having either lost their own offspring or being unable to reproduce in traditional ways. This desire leads to contact with humans, often through dreams or rituals, resulting in horrific consequences. The Healing Church and Bergenworth scholars studied the Great Ones, attempting to harness their power through the use of old blood, which ultimately led to the spread of the beastly plague. The Great One's presence is tied to dreams and nightmares, especially the Hunter's Dream and the Nightmare Realms. Among the known Great Ones are Ebriatis, daughter of the cosmos, Murgo, the Moon Presence, and Kos. While some Great Ones are revered as deities, others are feared as eldritch abominations. They don't always interact with humanity directly, but can grant power or insight, which often results in insanity or transformation.
They are not necessarily evil, but their motives and existence are so far removed from human understanding that any interaction with them usually leads to tragedy. The Great Ones represent the ultimate unknown and the dangers of humanity reaching beyond its limits. They embody the game's core idea, the pursuit of knowledge, especially the cosmic and forbidden kind, comes at a steep cost.
Hey everyone, thank you all for watching until the end. I'll be back with more videos, so make sure to like and subscribe.